I'm Seth,
Nou, Mees.
and we're having a spontaneous conversation. And the topic is traveling. And let's start with a memorable travel experience you've had, Mace.
I think the most memorable travel experience I've had was last year. I went to Tenerife with 3 friends, and we went for two whole weeks, and we've been there, and we drunk a lot of alcohol then, and we had an apartment right at the beach. So you had the boulevard, and then there was beach, and our apartment was right behind it. So every day we went to the beach and get some sun, and of course the day started at 3 o'clock in the noon. So the nights were very long, and there we started again with drinking. And,
You woke up and you took a beer.
Yeah. That was our breakfast. It was it was like an omelette with a beer on the side.
Yeah.
And there were like those scooters, those electric scooters, where you can ride.
The share scooters. Or...
Yeah, but like those mopeds. I don't know what it's called, where you have to stand on it.
Yeah.
So you can rent them. And they charge you like 10 or 5 cents every minute or something, so it was very cheap. So we drove through the whole town and over there, and there were like really much, very much drunk. A lot of drunk English people. So we drove on the road, and we hit one. So they wanted to fight us. So we had to run. They were like. 10 or maybe 12 British guys from London were chasing us, like running at full speed, obviously drunk, so they couldn't catch up.
Yeah.
But that was a really memorable experience, and also we visited the highest point in Europe. So it's a mountain called El Teide, and that's the highest point in Europe.
Nice.
So it was a really memorable experience.
Yeah.
And you?
I have like more memorable experiences, but last year in March we went to a study trip to Valencia, and that one was memorable because it was my first time flying. So that was very nice, and I was one of the youngest of the group, and I wasn't like that experienced in going out and drink all day, and I've never done that like before. I did go to pubs and stuff with my friends, but not like to clubs and stuff. So that was my first clubbing experience. So that was very memorable. And I went last summer. I went with one friend of mine. We went with my car to Austria, and it was my first time driving by myself to a holiday.
Yeah.
And Austria is one of my favorite countries to go to. I love it over there. I know some people over there, and the mountains, the sights, the fresh air over there. It's great, and you have a lot of different activities to do, and I like to do action activities.
To be active.
To be active on a vacation. Like sometimes it's nice to relax and take a seat in the sun and stuff, but that's why I like Austria. It's not that hot in the summer. It's like 25 to 30 degrees or something. Yeah, so it's a nice temperature where you can get a colored skin and stuff, but not that hot, so you can go to
so you have to be
hike
at the beach or
mountain bike, or go to a coaster, a mountain coaster, or just go to a city and go karting or something like that. I love to do that type of activities on my vacation. And one memorable moment of Austria last year was the trip with my car. It was very nice to drive across the German, the Autobahn
Yeah.
to.
But wasn't it like kind of? Did you haven't you had some, yeah, like scary moments or something, or
Nah,
moments where you thought like, oh,
yeah, there was one moment on the way back, and my car is not that fast, but I drove like 140 kilometers an hour, and then there was traffic. How do you call it? File?
traffic jam?
Yeah, traffic jam at one point, and then we started to drive again, and then everyone was driving slower again, and it was one car, 4 cars behind me, and he didn't notice that, so I heard like a big bang, and I watched in my
Rear view mirror.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then I saw him driving straight into the barriers on the side. And if he hit the car in front of him, I was involved too, maybe, because then it was like tuk.
Yeah, the chain, chain
the
reaction.
chain effect, and yeah, that was like, well, that was a little scary moment, but no,
Further, everything was.
everything was okay. And what's a dream destination of you where you want
Oh,
to?
I have loads of places I want to visit. I want to visit Japan. It's really high on my list. China is really high on my list. Also, I love to travel just in the Caribbean area with Jamaica, Cuba, Dominican Republic, and also some other Hispanic countries. I want to fit, but the most I want to visit is the Dominican Republic because of the baseball. Baseball is there. It's really is the main sport there, the biggest sport, and everybody plays it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to feel the culture, and I want to know how it's like living with people who eat, breathe, and speak baseball, basically.
Yeah,
So
nice.
I think that's my dream destination.
Yeah, my dream destination is Japan. Japan is also really high on my list, and I want to go to the Amazon area once in my life because I love nature and see all those different birds and type of animals. I would love to go on a boat trip or something over the Amazon River, and also a destination I would really want to go is Argentina because of the derby, Boca Juniors against the River Plate.
River Plate,
it's
yeah.
like one of the biggest clashes in the world, I think, and that's a once in a lifetime experience. I would love to experience once in my life. Just because, just as the same reason you said, everyone is like living for the sport over there, and most of them, one of the only things they got in their lives, and they're attending everything to the sport. And what's a place?
Can I go on to the football the part because a colleague of mine he was he went to Argentina and he went there for a month or two, and he was there during the World Cup. So last year they won the World Cup, and he was in Buenos Aires, and his Spanish is not that great, but he can manage to communicate with the people over there. And he told me that the whole city was full with people. There was you could. If you watched from space, there was no road to be seen. The streets were packed with people for the
to celebrate
the celebration. And that's when you see like the whole country is in ecstasy of a sports. We call it. Like a big prize, a big win.
Yeah,
to win such thing, it's pretty to see.
And a place you would like to explore?
Let me think. I would like to explore like Africa because I think it's very underrated. Maybe. But
in Africa you have like the tourist part. It's good to go, But you also have like the bad parts with a lot of
Yeah.
criminal
Activities
stuff
and,
going on,
yeah.
and you have to know what you're doing when you go there. I think if you don't have experience or a tour guide or someone who can take you by your hand,
Yeah.
there can be a lot of difficulties when traveling there.
Yeah, I could imagine. Yeah. So this was our conversation about travel.